Hello, my name's Nick Wrathall and I'm delighted to welcome you to this video and to my website at nickwrathall.com. In this video, and for the first time ever, I'm offering you a unique opportunity to join my elite business program where I'll help you to turn words and ideas into lifelong wealth. But before I tell you more, a quick question for you. What are you doing wrong that's stopping you from enjoying business success? Well, the quick answer is absolutely nothing. Don't worry, it's not your fault, because if you're just starting up, you don't have the experience yet to know what you're doing, and if you are in business, the chances are you're following what everyone else is doing and not making the progress that you want. Which leads to the next business question. What is the one thing standing between you and your ultimate business success? It's simple, really. Working one-to-one with a proven business building expert, someone who can guide you to maximum money in minimum time, someone who can help you profit from proven business strategies, a person who can use their business experience and contacts to get you the answers when you need them most, and perhaps the most important point of all, someone who can help you avoid the business killing mistakes, which means that in the UK, 90% of businesses fail within the first 3 years. But I know what you're thinking. Where exactly can you find a proven business expert prepared to help you on a one-to-one basis, not just at the end of a telephone or seeing them at a seminar, someone who sits in front of you and someone you can ask any question you want at any time? Well, the good news is you're in exactly the right place, because right now I'm going to give you details of a program which can, should you choose to take it up, change your life for the better. It's called the Nick Wrathall Elite Program, and as you can see there, it's a wealth creation program where I work with you on a one-to-one basis for 6 months. And in short, I do all the work of running your business for you. So that gives you 2 options. Either you can adopt a completely hands-off silent partner approach where I do everything and you bank the lion's share of the money, or the second option where I still do all the work for you and you work with me and learn all my insider secrets of business, the ones which have taken many years to develop, and then effectively you can become the fisherman as well as catching the fish. How can I help you? Well, how am I qualified to help you succeed? But before I tell you a bit more about the program and how I can help you succeed, you'll want to be absolutely certain that I'm the right person to mentor you to success and prove that I know what I'm talking about and really can re-engineer and build your business projects either from scratch or developing what you already have. Just like the man in the photo, who, if you don't know, is Eisenbar Kingdom Brunel, probably the UK's greatest ever engineer, who, according to his biographer, created innovative solutions to long-standing problems, something I aim to do for you in my elite business program. Okay, I'm considered one of the UK's leading copywriters and marketing consultants, as you'll see in a few minutes when I show you some of my client testimonials. At the moment I've got clients all over the place, mainly in the UK, but also in the countries listed there, the US and Canada, mainland Europe, and even some clients in Hong Kong and Costa Rica. Before I worked in marketing, I actually worked in several different countries, France, Spain and the USA, as well as the UK, for large multinationals, including British Airways, UBS Warburg, ISMA, which is the self-regulatory authority of the bonds market, and also in the commercial management department of the Cannes Tourist Board. I'm also marketing manager at Highlight Limited, a name well known to you if you're already in direct marketing, but if you're not, they're actually the UK's largest consumer list broker. The good thing about all these jobs that they were in customer-facing roles, which gave me a priceless education in human nature and psychology, which, as you'll discover if and when you work with me, are the key ingredients of direct marketing success. As you can see there, plenty of results and experience. Since the beginning in the business in 1998, I've helped my clients and myself to generate over £12.364 million in sales. I've got lots of delighted clients and tens of thousands of product sales for dozens of promotions. Here are details of 3 below. from one 12-page letter, which generated my client £1.74 million in sales, nearly 10,000 unit sales. That was in about 6.5 years. If you want to become a millionaire a bit more quickly, the next client I worked with generated 1.35 million in sales, and that was in just 7 months. And then another client in a calendar year, I helped them generate 13,400 product sales. And again, those are just 3 examples of many. As well as writing copy and doing marketing consultancy, which is my main work, I've also produced and marketed quite a few products of my own. Walking with the Wise 2, which was an anthology, a US book, which included chapters from Donald Trump, Bill Gates, and also the late Christopher Reeve. I've also promoted and created products for the information publishing industry, Email and Grow Rich, a complete guide to copywriting and the beginner's guide to advertising. I also have my own weekly e-newsletter, which you can find at advertisingavenger.com. And I also self-published what I call the Think and Grow Rich of Football, Some See in Sexy Football, under my pseudonym or pen name of Nick White, still available on Amazon. And as well as creating products and writing sales copy, I've also spoken at quite a few seminars and workshops. Again, this isn't my main field of business, but I have been asked to speak at quite a few events over the years, including the eComfex series of events. I spoke at the first ever one, as well as the first ever internet marketing seminar held in the UK way back in 2003, the UK Net Marketing Seminar, and also at events for Neil Stafford, Nick James, and Matt Fury over in the USA, all very well-known direct marketers. And as you can see, I've made quite a few radio appearances on the BBC, on TalkSport, that was for my football book, as well as quite a few other local and London-based radio stations. Also appeared in the printed media, mostly the Sunday Telegraph, my book reviewed by Patrick Barclay, very well-known sports journalist. And also I even had a television interview on Venezuelan cable TV, which I'll tell you the story of should we work together in this elite program. Okay, as you've seen, I've done lots of stuff. I've published plenty of books, I've been on the media, but I think it's very important for me to show you that I've done what I say, and also it's very important for me to tell you that no business can ever succeed without help. No business person can ever do it on their own. Books and seminars and telephone consultations are very good, and I recommend you do all of those things, but nothing beats working face-to-face on a one-to-one basis with a proven business mentor, someone who's been in your shoes with all the experience of success and failure, because let's face it, success is mostly failure. You have to fail forwards and fail a lot before you enjoy the sort of success I've shown you with some of my clients. But finding the right mentor is absolutely vital, and I've been very fortunate over the course of my career to work with lots of high-level entrepreneurs, top business people, including who I call the 3 wise men in this picture here. If we take the first gentleman first, the gentleman in the blue suit, his name is Mike Chantry, and if you don't know, he's actually the managing director of Highlight. You may remember the list broker I mentioned to you a few minutes ago. He was actually my boss at Highlight for 2 years, where I worked as marketing manager. Mike's been in the business over 40 years. What he doesn't know about direct marketing really isn't worth knowing. Our relationship is still going strong. It's coming up to 10 years since I've worked with him full-time, either on a freelance basis or, as I said, as marketing manager. So that's Mike Chantry, who's still with us. Sadly, my other 2 mentors no longer are with us, but I was fortunate enough to meet them and work with them. If you have a look at the book cover in the middle there, that's by a gentleman called Jerry Wilson. Word of mouth marketing was a New York Times bestseller. and is real marketing classic. And Jerry was actually mentor to legendary direct marketer Dan Kennedy, who, even if you're just beginning in the business, will be a name that's very well known to you. So that was Jerry. And last but not least, the gentleman in the white suit on the right, his name's John Gomez, and he was probably the most successful UK direct marketer of all time, who built and sold 7 companies, including a PLC, for many millions of pounds, and for several years was co-owner of the Trocadero complex in central London. If you've ever been to Madame Tussauds, that's actually part of it. So he co-owned that, and I was most fortunate. He took me under his wing a bit and taught me so many valuable secrets, and it's fair to say that at least 95% of what I've learnt in this business came from those 3 wise men. Okay, as well as learning from great mentors, it's very important for me to prove that I've done what I say and back up my claims with plenty of facts and client testimonials, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about some of the clients I've worked with, the results we've had, and what they think about me and my marketing abilities. The first one I'll show you is a gentleman called John Harrison, Managing Director of Streetwise, probably the biggest direct mail company in the UK. And as you can see here, John's put that I've written hundreds of winning sales letters, many of which he's profited from himself. Next gentleman you've already seen is Mike Chantry of Highlight, my former boss. As you can see there, plenty of control busting mailings, and I really care about what I do, if you have a look at the final line there. Next gentleman you may not have heard of, but you may remember me mentioning that one of my clients had 13,400 orders in 12 months. Well, it was actually Jean-Marie Lavelle, who is based all over the world, although his main office is in France. He also has offices in the USA and North America. And as you can see there, during a full year, in 12 months, 13,400 orders. I'm not surprised his clients are pleased. This one here is actually for a PLC client. Now, I included this one because, as you've seen before, now I've given you some pretty big numbers, 1.74 million in sales, 1.35. And if you're just starting out, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, that's all well and good, Nick, but maybe they have huge lists and I don't have a list at all. Well, this list is actually quite a small division of Electric Word PLC. But just to give you an idea of what's possible, to this relatively small list, a 5-day e-marketing promotion, just 5 emails to their list, brought in a net profit of $33,192. That's profit, that's not sales, so the actual gross figure is a lot more. And as Jonathan put, a very nice way to end the year. Now, speaking of generating lists from scratch, when I first started working with Mark Vernham, he had, well, his list size was precisely 0. That's right, he had no list at all. So, as you can see there, I wrote a web page for Mark, and he went to joint venture partners. He didn't have any list at all to promote to of his own. So, when he went to joint venture partners, you can see there, it's not just the money he made, $122,000 in 24 days, as a direct result of my copy. It actually helped him to generate a list of about 7,000 or 8,000 new customers from a standing start in about 3 or 4 months, which is pretty good going in anyone's book. The promotion, Mark told me, it made about $560,000 in gross sales altogether. Next gentleman, you've seen him already, that's John Gomez, the most successful UK information publisher of all time, who said that I'd done an excellent job and come up with plenty of valuable ideas and good input, which is certainly what I'll be doing to help you in my elite program. Next gentleman may be familiar to you. His name is Phil Gosling, one of the UK's top direct marketers and an expert in e-book publishing. And he very kindly said that he's very impressed with what I've done and inspirational, and that I'm one of the best copywriting talents. Now, whether or not you're a beginner in this business, very experienced, or somewhere in between, this, in the nicest possible way, you can't possibly avoid this next person, because Simon Coulson is, I think, probably the most successful and leading internet marketer in the UK today. In just 9 years, he's generated nearly £10 million of sales. And he's everywhere. He speaks a lot, he's got lots of great products, and he's an all-round success story online. Done quite a bit of work with Simon over the years. First started, I think, in about 2004, when he was starting to spread his wings and his business was really taking off. And as he puts here, I did a fantastic job, and I've got outstanding knowledge of marketing and sales copy. Now, the gentleman I'm going to talk to you about next, it's not the chap in the rather fetching red robe, nor is it any of the ladies or the young boy. It's actually the gentleman in the striped shirt on the right-hand side of the picture. His name is Serge Saint-Arnaud, and he's the managing director of a company called Log Direct based in Luxembourg. And I'm actually doing quite a big project for them right now. Worked with Serge for many years, I think since about 2005. And this testimonial, he puts that I did a very good job in a tough market for his products and services. Next gentleman is one of the rising stars of the UK information publishing scene, an SEO expert called Paul Gunter. When I wrote his sales page for Domain Profit Guide, you can see the URL is at the bottom of the screen there. It helped triple his sales conversion. And I asked Paul recently how it had done, and he said it generated gross sales of about £160,000. And then there's top UK property entrepreneur Mike Bloxham, and again, you may remember I mentioned before that you don't need to have a huge list to make good money doing what we do. Mike's list, when we ran this promotion to it, was about 1,000 people, and in one morning he generated just over £12,000 in sales. So again, when you start off, you almost certainly won't be making the mega millions to begin with, but even with a very small list, you can make this kind of money. I mean, bluntly, who wouldn't want to make £12,000 in the morning? I know I certainly would, and I'm sure that you would too. As well as all the client testimonials for marketing work, I've got plenty of other product testimonials from many of the great and the good, shall we say, of the information publishing and direct marketing world. Ted Nicholas, a name I'm sure you've heard of, Stuart Goldsmith as well, and plenty of others, most notably Nick Late, Darren Hughes from Fleet Street Agora, and Peter Thompson, and many more, the details of which you can find at my website, which is at nickwrathall.com. Now, okay, I think it was important for me to show you again that, as our American cousins put it, I walk the talk, and then I can back up what I say. Because let's face it, in business, everyone says how good they are, and if I'm honest, I'm no different. The last thing I am is a Billy Bighead. I'm not that at all. But I think, as I said, it's very important that I show you what my clients say to back up my claims with concrete proof of what I can do for them and my ability to deliver sales results. So now that you've seen a bit about me, it's over to you and telling you exactly what you get in my elite business building program. Now, let's start with the biggest benefit of your elite program membership. Now, over the years, I've been to plenty of seminars, workshops, conferences, call them what you will, and they tend to talk about things like how to arrange your office furniture, getting your accounts done on time, what colour paper you should have in your mail shots, and the design of websites. Now, don't get me wrong, they're all very important points, and you need to keep an eye on all the details in your business, but I think they're missing the point, and here's why. Because in business, 99.99% of your success is knowing how to make a sale, and that's something you do with effective marketing and sales copy. And of all the things that are stumbling blocks or hindrances to the beginning a business owner, to the startup, and even to the more experienced business owner, it's knowing how to write effective sales messages which are able to sell your products and services, because bluntly, the world is groaning with shelves full of products, great products and services which can't be sold, whereas more moderate ones or even decent ones sell like hotcakes because the sales message is right. So it's absolutely vital that you know how to write sales messages, or at the very least know what a good sales message looks like, and finding someone who knows what they're doing to write them for you. I know how to cheer you up, don't I? There's a bit more bad news. It takes many years of hard work, blood, toil, tears of sweat to become a top-class copywriter. I should know. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and let me tell you, here and now, there are no shortcuts. It takes years and years to get good enough to generate the sort of sales I've talked to you about before. But again, those sales, let me tell you, they didn't come overnight, but it's just to give you an idea of what's possible. But the good news is, when you become a member of my Elite Business Program, I will write all your sales letters and marketing materials for you. That's right, I will write all your sales letters and marketing materials for you. Now, I can't emphasize enough how valuable a bonus this is. And as far as I'm aware, no other program offers this. Yes, they give you the web support and set you up there, and that's great. And I'm sure there are lots of other good programs, but none of them, as far as I've seen, offers this do all the copy for you. Certainly not with a copywriter of my standard or my ability, and with proven results. And again, ask anyone, any of the people you've seen on my client testimonial list, what's the big secret of success in this business? And it's knowing how to write great sales messages, ones which can make you anything from 10,000, 100,000, even £1 million plus from one great sales message. And again, as I said, I know what I'm doing. I've got the results to back it up. Now, like the supermodel Linda Evangelista, these days I don't get out of bed for anything less than £10,000 for a marketing consultancy or project, plus a hefty royalty on sales. But when you join my Elite Business Building Program, you get 6 months worth of marketing copy included in your fee. And that's for everything, for your web pages, your email campaigns, and should you choose to go down the direct mail route, your direct mail packages as well, and anything else to do with marketing and advertising your business products and services. And that's a value to you of about £80,000. The next part of your Elite Program membership is where I come to you for 3 full-day one-to-one business consultations. It's not me, it's not an underling, it's me going to you, going to your home or to your office in your local town and or city, where we meet for a full day's consultation. And again, as I said to you before, it's great going to seminars and having phone consultations, but nothing beats face-to-face interaction, where you'll be speaking to me. I'll be giving you plenty of mentoring and guidance, and you can ask me whatever you want about your business. If you've got an urgent problem, the strategy, what market niches to go for. And again, that's another secret of this business. Get the market niche first and design a product around it. So effectively, I come to you and I'm your business consultant for 3 full days during your 6 months membership. Now, I usually charge £3,000 a day for this service. So for 3 full days, that gives you a value of £9,000. As well as the face-to-face meetings and also the marketing materials I'll be doing for you, there'll also be a mastermind meeting session with your fellow Elite Program members. But again, I hasten to add, this won't be hundreds and hundreds of people. You'll see in a few minutes there's a very strict limit on the number of people in the group, and that's for a good reason. So you get the mastermind meetings. That's where, as I said, you meet your fellow program members in a luxury 5-star hotel, a conference suite facility, and that's where we share our ideas, let each other know how we're getting on with our progress, adding to the accountability side of things, which will ensure that you achieve success that much more quickly. And also I'll give you my honest feedback, the Dutch uncle feedback, if you will, to how you're getting on, all constructive criticism. And as well as meeting your fellow program members and maybe arranging a few joint venture details with them, I'll also be bringing in some guest expert speakers, because even though I know a lot about direct marketing, I'm the first to admit I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything about it. You're always learning in this business. So with that in mind, I'll be inviting some guest expert speakers, including someone from the US who's an expert in social media. They'll be coming along to talk, and there's a strong possibility that more than one or two of the people you've already seen in my testimonials will also be coming along as a guest expert speaker. And to add to that, I'll be paying for your hotel room and for food. So if you want to bring your partner along, they won't be able to come into the meeting itself, but if they want to come and stay with you and then go and explore the town during the day whilst we're meeting, that's absolutely fine. They can come too. And that, I've put a conservative estimate on the value of £3,000. As well as all that, I'll also design your business success blueprint. Now, that's where we start with the end in mind. As I've touched on before, the biggest mistake you can make is designing a product and hoping that people will buy it. That's just plain wrong. You need to find a market niche, where to look, and which niches will bring you the most profits in the least time. And again, that's the main thrust of my business success blueprint, starting with the end in mind, designing your roadmap of how and where to get started with measurable steps for you to take, again with plenty of support from me, and if it's appropriate, a business exit plan. And that's a value of £5,000. Now, as well as all the face-to-face contact, I'll also be offering 3 60-minute telephone consultations. Again, it's with me. It's not with one of my employees or my PA. It's me talking, where I call you, we arrange a time. And again, as with all the other elements of the Elite Business Program, it's for progress updates, to keep you going in the right direction, giving you plenty of feedback, and also letting you know of any new strategies, tips and techniques that I've discovered since we were last in contact. Now, that will be held in the months where we do not have face-to-face meetings. So, for example, if we're having our one-to-one meetings in months 1, 3 and 5 of the programme, the calls will be held in months 2, 4 and 6. But again, we'll arrange that once you join. I usually charge £500 an hour for the telephone consultations, so that's a value to you of £1,500. Now, even though you get lots of great one-to-one FaceTime with me, your mastermind group meetings, and the chance to speak to me on the telephone, there may be times in your business where you need an urgent answer that can't wait till the next mastermind meeting or the next one-to-one consultation. So with this in mind, you also get 6 months of unlimited email support, as well as my private VIP email address, which will only be available to you and your fellow program members. So that gives you the chance to contact me at any time with any business questions you have, and then I'll be able to respond quickly and help you with that. And the value of that could amount to many thousands of pounds. As well as that, I also will be giving you what I call my AMOP Business Growth Toolkit. Now, one of the great lessons I learnt from John Gomez was that people overcomplicate business. Business is essentially very simple but not easy, if that makes sense. And really business, he said, could be boiled down to 3 main elements. The MOP part, I added the A part to give you what I call the AMOP Business Growth Toolkit, all the things you'll ever need to know about how to run a high profit business. As well as that, and included in the AMOP Business Growth Toolkit, you'll get plenty of insider information and business boosting secrets on how to use social media effectively in your business. Maybe you could ignore it a few years ago, not now. It's absolutely exploding onto the direct marketing scene, so it's vital you need to get up to speed on this and really ramp up your social media profile. You can also harness the power of video marketing, and incidentally I talked about writing sales messages for web pages and emails. The principles that I use for writing sales messages in what I call a hard copy format can also be used in video marketing for things like video scripts, and that's really coming to the fore now with, well, after all, you're watching this video, aren't you? So a script for video marketing and how to use its power on things like YouTube to drive traffic, generate new business, and really ramp up your success. Also, as I touched on just there, I'll tell you how to drive lots of traffic to your websites, and also use the power of effective email marketing, which isn't dead, but it has adapted, and you need to adapt with it. And again, I'll be sharing those secrets with you. Now, if you're still hankering after the good old days, I'll be telling you as well about how to create hard copy products for pennies and sell them for massive markups. I've done this with, as you've seen, quite a few of my own products. I've seen clients do it and make hundreds of thousands of pounds, even millions of pounds. So again, based on my experience and with hundreds of clients, I can share that with you. I'll also tell you about how to sell newsletters and other continuity products, both offline and online. I've done both, and I've worked with plenty of people who've done this to great effect. Again, another secret I'll share with you in the Elite program. Then the A to Z of a successful direct mail campaign, and for all those silly people who say direct mail is dead, nothing can be further from the truth. Even in these days of so-called recession, it's probably actually easier to make direct mail work because there are fewer competitors. And direct mail, for the first 6 or 7 years of my career, was all I did before the internet really sort of came to the forefront of direct marketing. So again, I can talk you through how to plan and execute and profit from direct mail campaigns. All the things I've mentioned before, Dean touched on with this next point, what's working now in information publishing. I'll share that with you too. How to build a database from scratch. And again, I'm probably going to get program members from all parts of the direct marketing spectrum, complete beginners, very large companies, and everyone else in between. But regardless of your market niche or how big your database is, this is priceless information. Once you've got that database, I'll show you how to maximize and monetize the profits from that database, and also what are known as reactivation strategy. Those naughty customers who no longer buy from you or haven't been in touch with you for a long time, they are a very overlooked source of potential new revenue streams. A lot of companies love them and leave them, but you can profit from these too. And also, you've seen already quite a few case studies and testimonials of successful clients, lots of success stories, and also my marketing swipe file, what I call my greatest hits of proven money-making materials, including the letters I mentioned before, the 1.74 million one, the 1.35 million, and plenty of others as well. So really, that you can't put a value on that other than priceless. Now, and if that wasn't good enough for you, then perhaps I saved the best till last. It's what I call my $1 million Rolodex. Now, you've seen what I know, and I know a lot, not everything, but I do know a lot. But as the old business cliche says, it's not just what you know, but it's who you know in business that really makes the difference. And like all the best cliches, it's true. So when you join my Elite Business Program, I'll give you full access to my what I call my little black book of international business contacts. Now, you've seen my client testimonials from many of the UK's top direct marketers and a few from abroad as well, but that's really the tip of the iceberg, because a lot of my clients and contacts wish to remain anonymous and to the general public. But when you join my program, you actually get access to them in my little black book. And that includes joint venture partners with large lists of buyers, my trusted suppliers, mailing houses, printers, web designers, audio and video guys, and many others, and also plenty of high-level clients in a multitude of niches. And again, that really is priceless, because this little black book has taken me the best part of 15 years and £250,000 to put together. But again, you get access to it as a member of my Elite program. Now, it's all been positive so far, and it will continue to be positive, but you've probably been waiting for some sort of catch, and this is it. There are actually 4 requirements for membership of my Elite Business Program, so without further ado, here they are. Number 1, you must be willing to invest in yourself. And when I say invest, I don't mean just the money, although that investment will be needed too, but it's also sort of time and effort, actually doing something. So you must be 100% committed to this program. I'm sure you don't like having your time wasted. I certainly don't like having mine wasted. People I accept to this program must be completely committed to it and really invest. No, wishy-washy doesn't wash. You have to go full bore at this with no half measures. I only work with doers, people who take action. You've seen that from my client testimonials. So when we work together on this, we work hard and we also work smart, but we have a lot of fun as well. Number 3, you must keep what you learn confidential for obvious reasons. Obviously, it's priceless information that's taken me many years to put together, and a lot of money, time and effort, which is why there'll only be a very few number of people in this program, as you'll see shortly. And quite frankly, you must keep it confidential, because bluntly, if you can make the effort to join my Elite program, why should anyone else get these valuable secrets? And with that in mind, when it comes time to join my program, you'll be asked to sign a short non-disclosure agreement. And the final requirement is that there are only 6 places available in my Elite program. I told you that it wouldn't be one of these mass market, 3,500 people in the room, or 500, or even 50. As you can appreciate, the time and effort I will need to invest in each program member will be absolutely enormous. That's why there are only going to be a maximum of 6 places available in my Elite program. There may only be 3 or 4 other people there. It may only be you, but that's okay, because I'm looking for high quality people. People, even if they're just starting out and they have no knowledge of this business, they've got what it takes, and they've got the determination and persistence and desire to succeed and achieve their goals and ambitions. And that's why I only want 6 people in this program, a maximum of 6. It's not one of these licensing deals. I'm not going to give you lots of DVDs and say away you go. As you've seen, I work with you very closely one-to-one. So that's why there are only 6 places available in the program. Right, now that you've seen everything on offer, it's time to give you a quick recap of exactly what you get in my membership. You'll be working with me, a top UK marketer. All your marketing is done for you at a value of £80,000. You get 3 business consultations, full day ones, £9,000. Group networking meetings, £3,000 of value. The business success blueprint at £5,000. 3 60-minute telephone consultations at £1,500. The unlimited email support. your AMOT Business Growth Toolkit with my swipe file of proven marketing winners, and last but not least, my $1 million Rolodex even, and a Rolex of high-level business contacts, which gives a total value, you see there, of just under £100,000. Right then, you've seen everything on offer, you've seen what my clients have to say, you've seen some of my marketing campaigns in the past, present and future. Now it's time for the question which I'm sure is uppermost in your mind and on the tip of your tongue. How much is my elite program membership? Well, just before I tell you, it's important that I let you know that there is actually an alternative way of doing this, and I don't mean not do anything at all, but there is an alternative to joining my program, which I call the DIY approach, the do it yourself. After all, you could do all this yourself, but there's no guarantee, there's no marketing materials to get you going, no support from anyone, no done-for-you business blueprint, no mastermind training days where you meet fellow success attendees and also can joint venture with them, or meeting my guest expert speakers, no one-to-one business coaching where I come to you for 3 days in your own home, no extra products or services, no £1 million little black book or contacts book, and no guarantee of success. And again, there's no guarantee, and you need 6 or 7 years perhaps to get going, get to my level, plus a lot of testing money. I'd say the thick end of 5 figures, perhaps even a 6-figure sum to get to that level of success. So considering what you get in my elite program, your membership really is not much at all. Now, I've thought long and hard about this, and I've come up with 2 investment options for the program. So there are 2 options, and here's the first one. Option 1 is a one-off upfront payment of £90,000. Based on what you've seen, again, that represents tremendous value, but I do appreciate in the current economic climate, that's probably a very large sum for you. So with that in mind, I do have a second option payment, which is as follows. A one-off upfront payment of just £9,000 with 6 ongoing monthly payments of £1,500 each, and a 20% royalty on all sales generated. A very small investment really when you consider that for that investment you can slash 6 to 7 years off your learning curve. You avoid all the business killing mistakes I've mentioned before. Again, you work with someone who knows what he's doing and a proven success in direct marketing. You've seen my testimonials, what my clients have to say about me. Again, many of them the top marketers in the UK. And again, it's in my interest to make you as much money as possible. That's why there's the 20% royalty there, because your success is also my success. I'll be working extremely hard to make sure you're making as much money as possible in your business. Something that's definitely possible when, as I've mentioned before, and I'll mention again because it's worth it, one sales message could make you 25, 50, even £100,000. And even if it's £25,000 in one letter, that means you can recoup your entire investment in just a few weeks. You've seen for yourself, I've done it plenty of times for clients and for myself. And the most important thing of all, you regain control of your life and the freedom to do what you want, when you want, where you want, and with whom you want. No more wage slave, no more boss or staff members you hate. You can, it is probably the best business in the world. I know I'm biased. It's absolutely fantastic. You can work in any country in the world. Your hours are your own. There's none of this ageist, sexist rubbish that there is in business. You are the boss. Your hours are your own. If you want to take the morning off, great. If you work late at night and that's what you prefer, that's great too. You don't have a 9 to 5 schedule to tie you down. So again, when you take all that into account, it really is a very small investment. And you're also fully covered by my guarantee, what I call my break-even guarantee. So my guarantee to you is this. If at the end of your 6-month program membership you haven't made a profit, I will keep working with you for free until you break even and you've lost no money at all. So you risk absolutely nothing by joining. It's a no-lose situation, a win-win for both of us. That's my guarantee to you. Now, you've seen everything that's in the program, all the great elements of it. So now's the time to apply for program membership. And I must stress this is a very simple and free 4-step process. It's absolutely free. You risk nothing. All you're doing right now is raising your hand and registering your interest in the program. As you'll see, there are 4 steps to complete before we talk about any investment or you're accepted to the program. Step 1, as you can see here, is very, very simple and will take you all of 30 seconds. And it's emailing your contact details to me at the address below, copyology@tiscali.co.uk. All I ask is that you put Elite Program Application in the email subject line so I know it's from you and that you're registering your interest. So that's very simple, step 1. Step 2, once I've got your email, I'll be sending you a simple program application form to complete and return to me, and all that is will be asking you not just your name and address details, but also what your business goals are, what you hope to achieve from the program, what you're up to right now, whether you're in paid employment or you're running your own information publishing business, however big or small. So that's step 2 of the program. Again, that's absolutely free, and it'd just be a few minutes of your time to complete and return that. Step 3 of the program is actually once I get your application form and I've reviewed it and I consider that you may well be a great addition to my program, then I will arrange to call you and we can have a 60-minute telephone consultation where you can ask me whatever you want about the program. You've seen plenty of information about it already in this video, of course, but I'm sure you'll have plenty of other questions too, and I'll have a few questions for you based on your responses in the program. And after step 3, and once I've assessed that and think that you're a serious prospect for joining my Elite Business Program, it's on to the final step, which is step 4. And that's where I come to you in your local town or city, to your home or your offices, and we have a full day face-to-face meeting, just the 2 of us, to discuss the finer details of what your program membership will involve and the benefits of joining. And again, I can't stress enough, this is free. It's also going to be very relaxed and informal. We'll probably start early in the morning, go to your local pub or restaurant for a lunch. Again, very informal. And it's very much a 2-way process where you will be, to coin a phrase, seeing the cut of my jib, and vice versa from my point of view as well. I'll be looking at you and seeing whether you'd be a good addition to the program. But by that stage, if you've got to step 4, then we're both pretty serious and close to making the final step. You're also most welcome to invite your partner to come along and have a chat with me. After all, it's going to be an important decision and a major turning point in your life for the better. So I really want you to both be on side. If your partner wants to come along and have a chat, then by all means they're welcome to do so. And as I said before, and worth saying again, this meeting, as with the other 3 steps, is absolutely free, regardless of whether or not you join my Elite program. But by the end of the day, you'll be in a position to make a decision as to joining the program. As I mentioned before, my daily rate for consultations of this nature is £3,000, so that's a £3,000 value, and again, it's free with no obligation. Right then, well, you've taken in a lot of information about this fantastic opportunity, so as Winston Churchill put it, it's time for some action this day. So I urge you to get started today. Please send me your name and email to the address below. Again, copyology@tiscali.co.uk. That's copyology@tiscali.co.uk. Remember, the 4-stage application process is absolutely free. You're just raising your hand and registering your interest in perhaps letting me help you create 5, 6 or even 7-figure business in 2013 and beyond. My name's Nick Wrathall. Thank you very much indeed for watching this video, and I look forward to hearing from you very, very soon. Thank you.